Alright, so let's continue with round one, 5-man league C. And the next match will be Kenta versus Virtual Fire Cage Mario. I know that's probably not the correct way to pronounce it, so this will be the next match. As you can see, it's right there. And I could delete that now. And let's see. Again, what I have to change is the difficulty setting once the game gets started. Alright. So far, K Wilder has a record of 3-1. He's definitely moving on to the next round. Let's see who will be joining him. If Kenta Kabushi wins this, he will definitely be moving on to the next round. Alright. Kabashi? I don't know. Before I get started with the video, what I have to say is this emulator this is the only one I know that works correctly for the Sega Dreamcast and like the Raycast, which is REICAST. It's the only one I know that works correctly with the game. Only thing is you can't really save none of your progress and stuff like that. But if you want to save your progress stuff like that in the future, probably get an emulator for like a computer or a laptop or something like that, and it should save everything correctly and properly. Like I know that's for sure with the 64 games. Like the one I do have, the 64 emulator I have, it's pretty good, and I can't save my progress and all that stuff. I can save it if I want to, or not save it at all. That's probably the best one to me. The Super Nintendo one I got is kind of crappy because it'll automatically save your progress and stuff like that if you exit out the game, and sometimes it'll force close on its own. And the same thing with the Game Boy Advance one, except for the Game Boy Advance one, you can what you can do for that? I forgot what I could do. Oh, you could delete like the cause it has when you go to your file manager, it has like 3 separate things for it, and like you could just keep the save your progress thing is the one that says save, and then you got the one little thing that has the picture. If you delete the one with the little picture thing, it'll go back to your actual last save thing. All right, without further ado, let's get started with the conclusion to League C for round one in this 15-man league for Giant Gram 2000 All Japan Pro Wrestling 2. What I'm basically saying is a decent emulator for the Sega Dreamcast. Gotta get one for the Sega Genesis and one for the Sega Saturn. Haven't downloaded none of those. Alright. Alright. And what was our... Oh yeah. Kenta versus Ninja, which is Virtual Fighter Cage Mario. Alright, enjoy.
30分一本勝負を行います。
さあシングルマッチ30分一本勝負のゴングが今鳴りました。逆水平、すぐに立ち上がった。気力で立ち上がる。強烈なチョップを叩き込む。強烈に締め上げていく。崩していきます。さあレシギの体勢だ。命綱に届きます。回転して肘を打ち込みます。切り返していった。肘を打ち込む。ボディスラム。トップロープに登ってダイビングギロチン観光。投げていく。さぎりに手刀を叩き込む。ロープ際大きく体をのけぞらせます。ロープに振った。強烈な一撃が決まった。STF ぐいぐいと締め上げていく。15分経過。ロープに流れます。打ち込んでいきます。体勢を落として足元をすくいます。回し蹴り、頭を狙う。回転して肘を打ち込む。ジャックナイフ、まだ余裕があります。
20分経過。20分経過。
バックドロップ。両肩をつけていく。カウント2で返します。回転して肘を打ち込みます。バッキング、バックに回った。投げていく。握った。場内ボルテージ最高潮。サルトプレス炸裂。カウント3。これは返せなかった。
Another excellent match by Kenta Kawbashi. Don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he ends with a record of 3-1, the same as K Wilder, and they're both pretty much gonna move on to the next round. Now, what we got now here is a fight for who will be the third person to be moving on with them. And it's between Johnny Ace, who has a record of 0-2 in his first two matches, Wolf Hawkfield, goddammit, who has a record of 1-1, keep on mispronouncing his last name, and Virtual Fighter Cage Mario, who has a record of 0-2 as well. So depending on how these next three matches turn out, we'll either have our first ever tiebreaker matches coming up, or somebody will just end up winning. If we gotta go into the tiebreakers, I'll be doing a next video after this to decide that if we go past the 30-minute mark. Without further ado, let's continue. Next match is Johnny Ace versus Wolf Hawkfield. Enjoy. No, you know what? I'm gonna let him go first. Yeah. or come out to the ring first.
今宵も日本武道館は熱気に包まれています。
シングルマッチ30分一本勝負を行います。
さあ今ゴングが打ち鳴らされた。背後から絡みつく。外していきます。ロープ際まで押し込んでいきます。チョップを叩き込む。動きを止めていく。自力でほどきます。ロープ際まで押し込んでいきます。こらえていきます。
5分経過。
エルボー耐えます。逆に振られたぞ。目まぐるしく攻守が入れ替わる。逆水平チョップ。さあコブラツイスト。自力で動きます。掴み起こします。エルボー円髄の当たりに決まった。
10分。
ボディスラム。落差は十分。2は入りません。ぐっと耐えます。エースクラッシャー叩きつけていく。川落としで叩きつけていく。カウント2は入りません。振っていく。ショルダースルー後方に落としていく。
20分経過。20分
掴み起こす。切り返していった。ジャーマーすぐに立ち上がった。強烈。腕折り引きずります。掴み起こします。ジャーマンスープレックス投げっぱなしだ。ぐっと耐えます。
5分経過。25分経過。
ハンマー切り返していった。さあコブラツイスト自力で動きます。
残り時間3分。残り時間3分。
逆水平。
残り時間2分。2 minutes。
パワースラム一戦。カウント3が入りました。
I'm looking right now at my score sheets, and Virtual Fire Wolf Hawkfield is already in to the next round, so we could have both the Virtual Fighter character and the actual person who is Wolf Hawkfield in round number 2 together. And Johnny Ace is now 0 for 3. And pretty much he's out of the running for a spot in round number 2. So this next match is a very important match, because if Virtual Fighter, let me see, because a Virtual Fighter character, Cage Murray loses this match, it don't matter what happens between him and Wolf Hawkfield, he will not be able to move on to round number 2. So this is a very important match for Virtual Fighter Cage Mario. Because if he doesn't win this match, his hopes of going on to round number 2 are crushed. Enjoy the match. Very important match.
今宵も日本武道館は熱気に包まれています。ジョニーエースの登場です。
シングルマッチ30分一本勝負を行います。青コーナー230ポンド影丸。
天皇の落葉影丸、プロレス界で暗躍せよ。
我がコーナー275ポンドジョニーエース。
キングコブラジョニーエース、毒の牙。さあ、試合開始のゴングが鳴りました。強烈な大外刈り、肘を打ち込む。切り返していった。ロープ際まで押し込められた。ロープ際まで押し込んでいきます。回転して肘を打ち込みます。
5分経過5分経過5 minutes
逆回転の肘打ち。エルボーを落としていく。ぐっと耐えます。切り返していった。エルボー3。
10 minutes go。
自力でほどきます。一本背負いで叩きつける。顔面を蹴っていく。エルボーを落としていく。ハンマースロー。ドロップキック。DDT。強烈な大外刈り。さあ、意識の体勢だ。
15分経過15分経過15 minutes go 15 minutes go。
蹴りつけていきます。タッチして抜けていく。カウントすごい。カウント2も入れさせない。エルボースタンプ。ジョブを叩き込む。
20分経過20 minutes go 20 minutes go。
脇腹にパンチして防いでいく。エルボーを落としていく。膝切りに人を叩き込む。肘を打ち込む。気力で立ち上がる。
25分経過
DDT を決めていった。有利な位置へ移動します。
25 minutes go。
カウントが入る。力強く返します。
残り時間3分残り時間3分3 minutes 残り時間
ドロップキック。
2 minutes
耐えます。
残り時間1分1分1 minutes
無情のゴング。時間切れ。フルタイムドロー。
Okay, now we're getting Now this is getting interesting. So Cage Murray has a record of 1-2. And what's significant about that is if he wins the last match of this league, then him and Wolf Hawkfield will have to do a redo match. So they'll have to have a rematch to decide who gets to move on to round number 2. Because right now, Wolf Hawkfield has a record of 2-1. And this is Cage Murray's last match. He has a record of 1-2. So if he wins this match, if Cage Murray wins this match, he'll end with a record of 2-2, and so will Wolf Hawkfield, and they'll have to have a rematch. So without further ado, let's conclude this league. And yeah, Johnny Ace ends with a record of 0-2. He went 0-4. My bad. With a record of 0-4. So let's get started. And yes, Wolf Hawkfield will be the first one to be picked. All right. So this may be the if Wolf Hawkfield can end this match, it will end this league. But if Cage Murray beats him, he'll have to beat him 2 times in a row in order to move on to round number 2, because they'll have a rematch, because we'll have to go for a tiebreaker. Alright, enjoy.
今宵も日本武道館は熱気に包まれています。ウルフ・ホークフィールドが入場してまいりました。
シングルマッチ30分一本勝負を行います。
ゴングが鳴りました。試合開始です。実況は日テレの若年より金子でお送りしてまいります。ロープに振った。戻ってきたところを大回転、空中同時目落とし、さらに殴りつける。ロープ際まで押し込められた。思いっきり打ちつける。自力でほどいていきます。返します。打ちかましていく。
10分経過10 minutes ゴー。
ダウンさせていく。ロープに振った。ロープで止まります。切り返していった。簡単にはいかせません。強烈。強引に引き起こす。
15分経過。
ぐっと耐えます。
15 minutesゴー。
足を払って叩きつけていく。ダッキングしてバックを取った。バックを取り返す。ハンマーパンチ。簡単にはいかせません。再び切り返していく。逆に振られたぞ。目まぐるしく攻守が入れ替わる。胸を張って耐えます。逆回転の肘打ち。外していきます。掴み起こします。胸を張って耐えます。 りつけながら起き上がる。
残り時間2分。2 minutes です。残り時間1分。
ジャーマンスープレックス、見事な人間鏡。試合終了。引き分けのゴングが鳴りました。
Man, damn. He literally had to come back. But we have, wow. We have 3 people to end with a 3-1 record. That's a surprise. That means, let me just tally this up and I'll show you on the other thing. Now, that concludes League C for the first round. So let's finish off this. Man, Kenta ends with 3 wins. Congrats to him. He will be moving on. And Johnny H ends with a record of 0 for 4. He will not be moving on. He has 0 wins. Wolf Hawkfield, god damn it, ends with a record of 3-1. He will be moving on to round number 2. Virtual Fighter Cage Mario ends with a record of 1-3, and he will not be moving on to round number 2. Man. So we got 3 people with 3 wins and 1 loss, and we have 1 person with 1 win and 3 losses, and somebody who has 0 wins at all. So moves on to RD2, round number 2. Moves on to round number 2. League battle for overall 10th place. The matches were excited, and I thought he was gonna make the comeback, man. I thought freaking Virtual Fighter Cage Mario was gonna send this into a sudden death match between him and, Wolf Hawkfield. Yeah, but it didn't pan out the way you would expect for him. And let me just make sure that's the right way I'm doing it. Let me see. Yep, that's the right way. Alright, so I'm pretty much going to end the video right here. And we'll have one final video where it will just be me setting up the bracket for the 6-man league battle to determine overall 10th place. Alright, hope you enjoyed the matches. And this is surprisingly the first video that's under 30 minutes. Alright, until the next one later. And that next video is coming up. It'll just be me setting up the bracket. And I'm not sure when I'm going to start the battle for 10th place for this game. Giant Gram 2000 All Japan Pro Wrestling 2. Until the next one later.